Yeah, and Atlanta, they can push people around. And Bijan Robinson, he was impressive today. He didn't have any crazy highlight, but 19 carries, 124 yards, 48 receiving yards. I mean, a couple of the cuts he makes, he's just so quick. But you're right. The one thing about Atlanta is they'll be able to run on most teams. They just have a great rushing attack. But when it comes down to it, I don't expect them to be able to contend really at all with the big dogs in the NFC, or even like the Seahawks and the Lions should be able to handle Atlanta most weeks, because you're talking about Desmond Ridder, who unfortunately I don't trust him at all as a quarterback. He had a couple big throws today, but I don't trust him in big moments yet. He's going to have to earn that, at least from me. He should have been intercepted multiple times today. There were a lot of throws that he got very lucky to get away with. But again, he's good enough where this Atlanta team should be able to contend for the NFC South. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but at a certain point, you have to ask, what's the end game here? If the rushing game can stay as good as it has, which is nowhere near a guarantee, right? The Falcons have had a really good rushing game, but that's not always sticky. If that can stay well, they might be able to contend for the division. But at a certain point, you got to ask yourself, so what? Right? I'm not trying to poop on Falcons fans here, but at a certain point, this team's ceiling is hard capped by the fact that they have a really bad quarterback. You just can't win a lot of football games with a really bad quarterback. And if you somehow manage to win a lot of football games, you're not going on a playoff run.
And Atlanta fans, they're gonna say to this, they're gonna be, hey, you know what? 2-0 is 2-0. We take that, we move on. And I'll say, short, 100% great win today. Finally, for the first time in what feels like forever, Atlanta was on the other side of one of these big time comebacks. It was awesome. The stadium was rocking. I'm just holding back a little bit on how optimistic I am for their future of this season. But right now in Atlanta, I love watching them run the football. They can pound the rock. And Bijan Robinson, I liked the pick. I know a lot of people didn't. He looks awesome. So you have a lot of reasons to be excited. Drake London had some big catches today. It's a good offense there. Let's just see. Can we find a way to get Desmond Ridder to elevate his game a little bit? Can that happen? Because if it does, yeah, doors open in the NFC to make some noise. You got to get there, though.